We will now play a video to recap the events that have happened during semester 1.
come out, and all that comes is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. Sky fell on me, and I decided you look well on me. So let's go somewhere no one else can see you and me. Turn the lights out now, I'll take you by the hand you another drink. Drink it if you can you spend a little time? Time is slipping away from us, so stay with me, I can make you glad you came. The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came.
Right, dear Jefferson, thank you so much for coming down to see 11 cabbages over here wearing green today. So, firstly, we are here to have an SGM today. So, we will all give, the first agenda is to all of us to give a portfolio update of what we have done so far in SEM 1 and what you're going to see in SEM 2. So, firstly, hope that all of you have enjoyed SEM 1 so far, because this is indeed a milestone for Raffles Hall as we celebrate 55th anniversary. As the 55th JCRC, we aim to work more closely with the SCRC and chairpersons and for the respective portfolios they are involved in. With this tighter working relationship with each other, we envision our hall to become a multi-faceted hall that we Rafflesians are proud of. On behalf of the 55th JCRC, let me list down some of the achievements that JCRC had since the start of the year. At the start of the year, we added new enhancements to the point system in order to further recognize leaders and sportsmen with hall points. Moving on, the 55th JCRC fought for more support in terms of budgeting for our activities. Later into the semester, with the help of Vice President Internal Zhe Hao, the JCRC coordinated the 7 Habits Camp with Office of Student Affairs for leaders of RH. It was quite memorable for them as they continue to, for the campus, as they continue to apply the skills they have learned from the camp. We have also created an online platform, the 55th JCRC feedback form, for any residents who have any feedbacks and concerns to voice out. We then had our first walk the ground session before reading week, which is called It's Dessert Time, where we went to all of the blocks to deliver Ting Tang to every resident who was standing hard at the point of time. During the December holidays, we have set up a few committees such as the Hall Amenities Improvement Committee within JCRC to look at some enhancement to some key areas of hall, such as lower lounge, communal and hall and the blocks. So some initiatives such as the vending machine, drinks vending machine over there is part of HAIC, which is the Hall Amenities Improvement Committee. And we are proud to announce also that by this weekend in Block 5 there will be a snacks vending machine over there. So the Hall Amenities Improvement Committee will continue to work closely with the office to improve some of the facilities. If you guys have any Hall Amenities feedback, you can just tell us. Along with that, we also have a Constitution Review Committee to review the current JCRC constitution, which will be presented by Vincent and team later. During the holiday, the JCRC also organized a Christmas party for residents who have been working hard for the cultural and sports activities during the December holidays. Turnout was really good and everybody was really enjoying the caroling and hands-on performance on the day, along with the food and gifts that were given out. Coming in semester 2, we will be introducing a new initiative called Residents Initiative Program Exposure, RIPE, which allows residents to create their own initiatives for the hall. This initiative will be supported by the JCRC and NCRC. At the same time, we will be exploring in creating another walk-the-ground session to gather feedback from the residents. We will also be reviewing the room balloting process such that it will be a fairer process for all residents. On top of this, we will be looking at ensuring a smooth continuity of leadership as JCRC and chairpersons step down for the new generation of leaders. Right now, let me pass my mic to my Vice President Internal Zhe Hao, who will proceed to list down some of the achievements that have been there for our office portfolio.
Thank you, Dixon. Good evening, Rafflesians. I'm Zhe Hao, Vice President Internal for Raffles Hall. It's my great honor today to share with you about some of the updates of my portfolio and what to expect for the coming semester. My portfolio consists of Raffles Hall Musical Production, AESC, and Dinner and Dance. For IHMP, it never disappoints us. Under the great leaders Yong Kang, Wing, and Linda, this year IHMP didn't restrict the participants to our freshmen only. We also open up the doors to all of our seniors, all those passionate seniors about IHMP. And then with the help of seniors and freshmen, this year IHMP 2013 has put up a tremendously impressive show. For AAC, with the establishment of Raffles Association last year, the alumni involvement of our events has increased. And this is the first year we started involving our current residents into our events. So the workload has greatly increased. So our chairperson Xin Yi has put a lot of efforts on coordinating and leading the team. They successfully organized past versus present games, photography competition, and several alumni events. For Dinner and Dance, although it's at the end of this semester, the chairperson Zheng Wei has started actively enrolling the members for collaboration since the starting of last semester. And then now the publicity and fundraising are already going on, and the proposal for events are already out. Yeah, so coming to this semester, IHMP, the new directors for IHMP are already out. They are Zheng Wei, the producers for IHMP are already out. They are Zheng Wei, Qiu Yi, and Jane. So the recruitment has already started. If you are interested to join this exciting team, please feel free to contact them and me and keep an eye on the updates about the recruitment. For AAC, the major events for this semester are IHM voting on this Saturday. What's that? 55th anniversary in February, and the NTU Fall Exchange in March. For the upcoming bowling event on this Saturday, I heard some complaints about the clashes of the IHG and the bowling, but to be honest, we have really done all our day completing behind the scene, and this is the best day we can go our event, so hope you all can understand. For D&D, the team will be working on the nomination and the voting process for Raffles Hall Awards, and of course they will be putting their best efforts on searching for the best venue for Dinner and Dance. So please look forward to that. At the end of the speech, I wish everybody can enjoy your stay in Raffles Hall. Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you, Zhe Hao. Okay, I'm Vincent Liao. I'm the Vice President External for the hall, and I'm here to talk about some of the major projects that our hall is involved in. I'm very fortunate this year to be working with very capable persons in my teams, and for each portfolio, I'll start off in a chronological order. For Chingay, we'll be having Chingay in early February, and it's a very compact community with all other 6 halls. We'll be showcasing all our halls' ability to create a mega scale float and dance. And it's a very intense project, and I feel that I've learned a lot for the hall itself and for future generations of JCRCs. Next up will be Open Day. Open Day will be March 15. You'll be combining efforts from both my teams of Rocks and Rex. And what happens is that we'll be launching the FOPs into their publicity efforts to put in the next batch of freshmen into hall. So I need all of you to stay tuned with me because I'm going to need everybody's help during the Open Day itself to put in our next batch of freshmen. Alright, in early June we're holding Rex. So Rex is our highly anticipated freshman camp. And you'll serve, yes, woo! Yeah, and Rex will continue to serve to entice our freshmen into Raffles Hall, and we're looking forward to a very exciting Rex this year. I'm working with them very closely. I'm very, very optimistic about the results for Rex. In end July, we'll be having Rock. So Rock will be our main scale camp, and it's the largest scale event for our Raffles Hall. It will be around 200 to 300 persons. And many of the Rock traditions itself will begin to foster our friendships. We should start the new academy next year. And as all of you already know, Rock is really guaranteed. Yes. So I'm very eager to see what we can do and accomplish within the Rock 14 next year. And after Rock 14 will be Rec 14 also. It will be in early August, just a couple of days before National Day. And we'll be working jointly with KE7. There's a very strong partnership this year with KE7. And we'll be showcasing our talents with freshmen and senior alike into more of a float and dance this year. I'm very excited to see your performance.
Hi all, I'm Yi Wang. I'm the On-Gen Tech. There's only one committee under my portfolio, which is the Secretariat. They are sitting in the back right now. Some of you might not know the existence of Secretariat, but they are actually very important in the hall. Basically, they are in charge of taking minutes for all the major meetings and mending the voting booth for elections and preparing hall announcement sites during the dinner, and also updating the RH calendar, hall calendar, notice board. The Secretariat member this year has come up with a few new initiatives, which is the archival project and also the report card that you're holding on right now. Yeah, the archival project is basically documentation of work done by our committees. The purpose of this archival project is basically to preserve achievements done by our very own RH leaders. So, yeah, and we hope that with this archival project, we can solve the problems faced during handover. Yeah. Therefore, to all committees, we seek your understanding and cooperation to make this project possible. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Catherine and I'm the Finance Director for GCSE. So my portfolio is mainly Business Committee. And so, if you do not know already, Business Committee is actually a committee that looks for opportunities to gain material benefits for the hall, be it in cash or in goods. So all those things that you see in welfare packs and all that, those are actually, the sponsorships are actually gathered by BISCOM. Okay, so last semester, right, what BISCOM did was they did sponsorship for ROC and welfare packs. And the welfare pack was actually, they saw an improvement from the previous year's welfare pack, so that's a good thing for BISCOM. And they had an initiative of delivering supper, which is bought from Clementi area. I think some of you have bought the suppers before. And so other activities that earns money for the hall also includes, they actually were tenants of it at the Central Forum for one of the bazaars. So this actually, the vendors actually pay them to rent the space there. And also they manage the winter holiday storage during the holiday season. And so future activities to come would be the Valentine's Day sales, the welfare pack sponsorships and for semester 2, and also more supper delivery that is to come. And there's certain other activities which are still proposed by Business Committee. Yeah.
Happy Chinese New Year to everyone. And there are two comms and me. This is the Leading Welfare Director this year. The Welfare Com and the Green Com. A few days ago, Green Com just participated in the Inter-Hall Environmental Award. And the result is not out yet, and I wish them all the best. And many thanks to Prof. Yap for your effort in this Green Com. And for Welfare Com last year was cleaning of the upper lodge and the lower lodge, and sometimes the Com hall. So thanks for Welfare Com and Green Com. We can have a clean and green hall life. And for this time, we are working. Welfare Com are working for improving the food quality And also thank you for Don Patrick for WSH and Welfare.com to improving our food qualities for our dinner. And this year the Green.com will have the Green Day project and the Green Map, so we will enjoy it. The gym will be in charge by the Welfare.com this time, and hope the gym and the improved dinner will bring a good health. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Zhao Yun and I'm in charge of the media side. And there are always amazing sports players and talented artists performing in our hall, but there should always be the media people who stand beside them to shoot their glorious moments. So that's what the media team does. So here I want to express my thanks to Board of Photographers, Phoenix Press Media Workshop for their continuous media coverage of all IHG events. And together with Commotion, we are able to build the most updated hall website and the most popular hall Facebook page among all 6 halls. And Commotion has just released their Raffles Hall website. You can take a look at it. And they are going to release the IHG system next month. And for Phoenix Press, they are creating several newsletters, as you can see in the desks. And I forget my lines. And tech teams and arts and graphic will continue providing various backstage and publicity support for different IHG events to make sure the events are following correctly. All the media teams have been working hard to support IHG events, including IHG as a whole. They have done a good job for the past semester and they will continue doing so in this semester. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Reggie, I'm the Culture Director in DEC. I'll update you all on the culture portfolio on behalf of Ignatius Damai, the outgoing Culture Director. So in conjunction with the 30th anniversary of Raffles Hall Culture Group, our Raffles Hall actually organized the first ever combined hall ensemble concert, Chat and Shot, also titled On Course. Initially it was the idea from Joey Cho, the chairperson of Rebels, Music Rebels, and it was made possible by the culture director, Damai, Music Rebels, as well as the culture committee. Besides, the culture committee has also organized 30th anniversary dinner time performances in conjunction with the 30 years of excellence for Irish Culture Group. So besides the culture committee, also sourced for external gigs for our culture groups, for example, the caroling gigs as well as the CNY gig. They also assisted Irish Music Rebels in some of the administrative as well as management issue on chat. As for Rocker Palace, they also perform in various places in semester 1. To name a few is, for example, a charity event concert by the PINUS, MK, PhD, and Architecture Camp and so on. Besides, they also have combined performances together with the Irish Unplugged in Starbucks. So our Unplugged similarly also perform in various venues such as Engine Camp Finale, as well as NUS Alumni Day. As for Irish Voices, they perform in a series of caroling gigs, for example in Marina Square and as well as the Cathay. They also performed during our first ever RH Christmas party, which was held in last semester. Besides, as for Irish Dance, they actually organized dance camp for their members to bond as well as to learn and perform in many of our social events. As for the drama, they participated in the combined hall drama production, also known as Drama Fest. Besides this semester, there's also a new member joining our Irish Culture Group, which is Irish Acapella. There are going to be a lot of performances they are going to put up in this semester. So there will definitely be more to expect in semester 2, and we will still be continuing with our 30th anniversary dinner time performances. So besides, we also have a lot of combined hall culture performances, for example, Amplitude, Dance Uncensored, as well as Rockfest. Yeah, so yeah, thank you.
Most of you might know, I'm Charlotte Lee, the current social director of Hall for 2013-14. Okay, so as the title suggests, right, I'm in charge of the social activities that take place in Raffles Hall, and making our stay a positive experience is one that I dedicated my time to. And the past semester, right, has been a fruitful one, especially for the blog and social committees, as well as for Raffles Volunteer Corps, which are under my portfolio. We have come up with a good number of activities meant to promote the interactions between residents. Memorable ones include block initiation, Halloween, Mid-Autumn Festival, initiatives brought by social comm, such as the Santa Sack, and the multiple initiatives brought to you by your own block committees. A good number of our initiatives and events ended with a measure of success, and as a social director, I would like to take this time to thank all of you for your participation, and as well to thank the following chairpersons: Xing Yu, Stanley, Jin Qiang, Qin Hui, Deng Bing, Jia Hui, and Samuel. And of course, their committee members, whose dedication and hard work make all of the events possible. So looking ahead, right, my committees and I have come up with many events lined up for you, including Chinese New Year, Valentine's Day, and all these events as well as more initiatives. So your participation is the most important thing to my committees, and when we see you enjoying these activities that we have planned for you, all the hard work actually is worth all the effort the work that all the committees, my committees have put in for. So let the current semester be one of your most memorable ones, and I hope all of you will have a fantastic year ahead. Thank you.
Good evening, residents. I'm Maurice Koh, sports director of the 55th JCRC. So under my portfolio are all the sports teams as well as SMC. These teams are actually under the joint. These teams are under the joint portfolio of myself and my vice sports director Zina. So in Sem 1, the sports side, we brought you all the interblock games at the start of the semester as first event for the blocks to come together to participate in various sports and to know your block mates better. So in Sem 2, we will have, in Sem 1, the rest of the other sports teams, we have actually went about to secure more fundings in terms of equipment, in terms of venue, in terms of coaching, so that our sports team will get the support that they need. And with that, with all this support, they have actually, I'd like to thank my captains and vice caps for their leadership, their time and their efforts in the trainings for the past one semester, as well as the vacations. So going ahead in semester 2, now we are IHG Inter-Hall Games is in full swing. All our captains, our residents, our sportsmen and women, we are all fighting hard for the glory of our hall. So here, I'd like to wish all the captains, all the sportsmen here, all the best. And for residents, we really need all your support down at our matches, especially all the weekend games. We understand that it's a big commitment, but think of all these residents that they've sacrificed their time, their vacations, just to come back and train, to put up a good fight for other halls and bring a good name for us. So yeah, I hope to see all y'all there, and wishing that all our sportsmen will bring us good results at this Inter-Hall Games 13-14.
Hi, good evening everyone. I'm Zhi Yang, my sports director. So after what Maurice has said all that, I'll just touch on what SMC and I have done over the past semester. Okay, firstly, they thought we had this sport at RH and fitness at RH, which aimed to increase exposure of residents to sports as well as to encourage them to exercise even in hall with all the supper and stuff. Okay, so, and we don't just study every day. Next, we also had the makeover of the gym where SMC took one whole day, cleaned out everything, placed everything in order, took stock of everything, as well as if you have been to the gym recently, they also took over the planning of purchasing a treadmill for the gym. So now, if it's late at night and you're worried about going out to run, you can actually do it at a treadmill downstairs. Next, we also did IHG support where during IHG period, where ice cold drinks were sent to athletes, as well as SMC also brought empty bottles down so that our spectators can cheer for our teams. And if you have been to the handball match yesterday, we also introduced the new sports booklet, which will be given out to sports at all the games when you all go down, and you can see for yourself the rules of the games, the very simple rules, and you can learn more about the games. Next, for IHG publicity, if you all take a look around 360 degrees, that is just a part of what we have done. The the support cards, the Phoenix, the banners, as well as online on the Facebook IHG updates page. Go and like it and you'll get updates of our scores almost instantly when the games end. Next, SMC also took the initiative of introducing ice bath for our sportsmen. So, as most of us know, we have sportsmen doing many sports and they will normally experience muscle soreness at night. So, with the ice baths, we actually purchased 2 kiddie pools where we use ice from over here and they can actually let their muscles rest. So, to relax the muscles so that they can continue with even better performance the next day. Lastly, we also explored the opportunities for friendlies with NTU Hall 11 by exchanging contacts of our sports captains with Hall 11 sports captains so that they could contact each other for friendly matches. And yeah, I would like to end off by appealing for support for the remaining IHG period. And our sportsmen really needs your support at the games. Thank you.
So right now I will talk about my portfolio because I do have one thing on my hand. So as the convening hall for inter-hall games this year, we have a huge workload on hand, and that doesn't exclude us as we take on this role this year. Our convening committee have worked hard and planned hard during the holidays to ensure a fair competition between the 6 halls. Furthermore, much thought has been put in creating the opening ceremony that was more impressive than the other years. So I'd like to, on behalf of, I would like to thank Marcus and his team. Thank you for sitting behind and supporting us. Thank you for the hard work and dedication you're doing for IHG Community Hall. So hopefully this year we have very, very good inter-hall games. So to end off my speech, in conclusion, ever since the stepping up of the 55th JCRC, we have implemented improvements to hall life, and some may only yield results in future. But what we have hoped to achieve is a long-term goal of continuity and increasing vibrancy of hall life. With the help of chairpersons, many new initiatives and activities were initiated to maintain the vibrancy of hall life. The 55th JCRC thus hope to continue and maintain the closely knitted relationship between the SCRC, JCRC, chairperson and resident as we continue to bring Raffles Hall to a greater height. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we'll move on to the next agenda of this meeting, the by-election forum. As Culture Director Ignatius Dharma has resigned due to personal reasons, we will now hold the by-election forum. The Cultural Director-elect for this by-election is Mr. Xia Weijun. The voting will be held The voting will be held tomorrow, 23rd January from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Please come down to cast your vote for him. Okay, now I'll pass the time to Weijun to give a short introduction.
Hi everyone. I'm running for the 55th JCRC Culture Director. Currently I'm a pharmacy student, year 3 pharmacy student, and in Raffles I've joined, last year I was the chairperson of Culture Committee, and I've joined Irish Voices, Alumni External Affairs Committee, Social Committee, as well as Irish MP as choir or ensemble. Of course now you all call it ensemble, last time we call it choir, okay, and sets. Okay. Okay, so I'll talk about the vision and my vision and my vision and mission for the culture groups. Okay, so basically my vision for the Irish Culture Group is to make Raffles Hall Culture Group an entity that all the Rafflesians can be proud of. For example, one example would be our combined hall ensemble concert, which was organized by Raffles Hall. It was really a great success, and it really done our hall crowd. And I hope and will ensure that more will come this semester. And my mission for the culture groups is to allow Rafflesians, be it whether you are from culture, committee or sports, to have greater exposure to performing arts. One example would be the 30th anniversary dinner time performance. 30th anniversary dinner time performance, so as to let everyone to have more exposure as well as to know more about the cultural groups. And my second mission is to empower the cultural groups and to allow them to explore new possibilities in performing arts. I'm really very honored to have very capable cultural facilities here, and so as far as possible I will empower them and so that they can bring their cultural groups to a greater height. Yeah, so because firstly I'm very willing to learn, because I think this is an opportunity, as a very good opportunity for me to learn, because when we come to school, it's not just knowledge, it's not just academic skills, but also like a lot of soft skills that we have to learn. And this is a very good opportunity for everyone, not just JCRC, but everyone to learn and to improve on what we have been doing and what you are going to do next time. And next, I actually value communications a lot, because I think that especially for big organizations, communication is actually very important to ensure that the correct and the accurate information is being conveyed. And yeah, actually I will always ensure that what I know and what the chairperson know are exactly the same, so as to ensure that everything is communicated properly. Yeah. So I think that's all from me. Any question from me? Thank you for support.
Okay, thank you, Wei Jin. So guys, please remember to come down to vote for him between 6 to 8:30 tomorrow at the communal hall. Okay, we will now move on to review the constitution. We have made some changes to the constitution. Now I will pass the time to Vincent.
Okay, hi. Okay, I'll just tell you guys a bit about Constitution. Okay, Constitution is a document which serves to guide the conduct and the rights of every resident in the hall. So what the 55th JCRC has done, right, is that we have looked into the Constitution and see if there's anything which needs to be updated or changed. And upon all these updates and change, right, what we need to do is to propose to residents, see if you guys are agreeable with us. So what we'll be doing today is that I'll be showing you guys the most major updates, some of the most major updates, which I feel will be most crucial to everybody down here. There are minor updates such as rights, but we won't be touching stuff like that because we didn't change a lot of the rights constitution stuff. Anyway. So I will first let Maurice be talking about the portfolios of the various JCRCs. After that, Catherine will be talking about election process and election results. So Maurice, will you please? Thank you.
Okay, hi. Bring you all through the changes that we have proposed for the portfolios. It's mainly the JCRC portfolios. The impetus behind all these changes is actually more to streamline as well as to give the residents greater clarity as to what are the area responsibilities and the terms of reference of other people, the JCRC that will be serving you all throughout the academic year. So without further ado, first we'll move on to the portfolio of the Welfare Director. This is the existing Welfare Director portfolio. If you want to read it. So our proposed changes are as follows. So we actually, as mentioned, we are making it more specific. So we have included that the Welfare Director be responsible for the welfare of residents of the hall. This is actually not just limited to say your welfare packs. It can go to anything like your dinners and your meals, stuff like that. Okay, next thing, maintain the gym and all equipment present in the gym for usage during semester 2. This is in lieu of the inter-hall games whereby our sports and management committees are actually heavily tied up in the sports support. So Welfare Com will actually take over the running of the gyms in semester 2. Next, be responsible for the maintenance of the following locations: upper lounge, lower lounge, conference room, study room, TV room, and the meeting rooms. All these rooms, they are under the bookings, the general maintenance, hand takeovers when residents want to book it for their own purposes. Next up, I'll go into the sports director. So this is the current portfolio for sports directors. And our proposed changes are as follows. So we made more specific. We're maintaining the all sports equipment that are loaned out to the residents. Next thing, the hard court as well as the takraw court in block 5. So general maintenance, fences, nets, stuff like that will come under my portfolio. Next, maintain the gym and all equipment present in the gym for semester 1 of each academic year. Next up. Also is the vice sports director. The proposed changes are as follows. Next. Yeah, to assist the sports director in representing the sports teams of Raffles Hall as well as sports management committee. So I just went through both the sports and vice sports director because they are actually quite linked. So to run through, actually, we, as both of us are actually maintaining the integrity for all of your sports teams, we actually reworded the constitution such that it gives us greater flexibility to represent the teams as each individual JCRC's sports directors and vice sports directors see fit. And also we make sure that, so that it's not, previously it was mentioned that sports director will handle all the male teams and vice sports director will handle all the female teams. So what actually happened this year was that we split up in terms of, say, the people that we were more familiar with. Because we believe that with this rapport that we built up in the 1 year that we stayed here, we can actually work better, help you all to communicate your needs to the JCRC, to the SCRC better. And so we can represent you all better as well. So these are the things that the proposed changes, major proposed changes for the JCRC portfolios. So for the rest of it, you can actually look through the constitutions that they passed down to you all. I'll now hand the time over to Catherine for the next part of the constitution review.
Thank you, Maurice. Okay, so I'll be discussing about the election period that we have proposed to change. So originally, right, okay, what this entire chart actually means is that the president and vice president will be elected first in semester 2, and then during the holidays you can actually rally your team and so on, and then in the following semester, the other directors will actually, the other members of JCRC will actually be elected. So this actually is in a very outdated way of election, and what we have proposed to change is actually to update this statement to be able to reflect what is actually happening now. So what's happening now is that everyone's actually elected in semester 2, and the reason for this is because during the summer holiday we realized that we can actually do a lot of things, a lot of preparations to prepare for the following semester, so that we're actually not fumbling during the semester 1 period, and so that we can serve the hall better starting from the start of the semester. So only the positions that are not filled there will be a by-elections for these positions in semester 2. Yeah. So for the election results, originally, right, the referendum is, okay, what's referendum is not important. So anyway, the point is that each uncontested candidate will retain his post regardless of the result of the vote. Okay, only the president and vice president elect have to have a confirmatory referendum of a majority. So in other words, those candidates that are not contested, right, whatever the results, if you want to get 10% of the votes of the residents, you will still get the position. Okay? However, we want to change it to every single position, there must be a majority of the votes, more than 50%, because if you want to be JCRC, I mean, it's logical that you gain the support and the vote of confidence from all the residents to ensure that you have a smoother term as well. Yeah, so this is the end of the entire review that we want to present to you. I just pass the time back to Vincent.
Alright, Kevin, thank you so much. Okay, I'll just tell you guys again about summary for everything. Let's talk about the portfolio of the welfare director. They'll be increasing some of the portfolio requirements. For the sports director and the vice sports director, they'll be working hand in hand and most probably in tandem with all their responsibilities and stuff like that. Okay, Catherine talked about election period and election results. The election results will actually require every JCRC persons to have a majority of vote, which will require a very, very distinct vote of confidence for everybody. I feel that this is very important because for 56, 57, and every JCRC for in the future, they really need that vote of confidence from the resident. I feel that this clause, this edited clause, will actually serve the residents much better. So these are a summary of the Constitution review. I believe that the Constitution printed is being passed around, so you guys can look at it also. It's also uploaded online, you guys need to look at it. And right now, I have done the Constitution review. I'll pass the mic back to
Hi, I'm back.
Vicky. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Vincent. We have now reached the LOB section of the meeting. Is there any other matters that the resident would like to bring up to us? Okay, we will now move on to the presentation of certificates to Rocker starting for 2013 and 14. May I invite Prof. Yap, please?